tractors, activities, I hope. My name is John Maddox. I'm the captain of the guard for the American Legion Post 135. And our post, along with the McQuireville Business Owners Association, or what do they call themselves? We would just want to thank you for coming today. And we hope that we can instill the purpose for our gathering today by the end of this ceremony. So I turn it over now to Andy of the infamous Candy's Creekside Cottage, world famous for antiques.
Woo! What an introduction like that, wow! Anyway, first I want to start off with a big woohoo! This is the awesomest engine show we've had yet. Holy moly, 5 years, and we're going to survive it through the wind and everything. Woohoo! I have some very important thank yous that I want to do. First, I'd like to thank the American Legion Post that comes out, and this year is going to be the best ever too. I'm super excited, so I know I won't ruin it for you, but I just want to make sure that they know how much I genuinely appreciate when they come out, so that we all know what today and this weekend and Memorial Day is about. And second, I would like to thank the Arizona Flywheelers. A big round of applause for the Arizona Flywheelers. Without them, this wouldn't be it, but they sponsored our show this year, so we want to thank them. And these people come carrying this heavy cast iron from all over the state to be in McQuireville on this amazing weekend. So I really want to make sure that they know how much we appreciate them coming out. And then I want to thank my family. I know I feel like I just won an Oscar whenever I say that, but anyway. My dad's over there with the M-Bar Lazy Bee Chuck Wagon. He'll be serving peach cobbler later this afternoon. And my mom's out taking pictures, so be sure to smile for the camera. And my sister and her beautiful family come out every year, and it's just really wonderful. It helps bring home the whole family thing. That's what today's about. And then I want to thank all the merchants, because together, through multiple meetings, we all get together to put on this show, and so I really want to thank them. And now I'm going to turn it over to another one of our merchants, Jim's from Jim's Trading Post. Come on down. And trust me, the price is right.
Hi, everybody. I too just want to say thank you to everybody. I know how heavy and sometimes it's a lot of work to get the equipment out here, to get your tractors out here. Fortunately, I live right next door, so I can just drive mine over. But thank you again for all your support. When we did this 5 years ago, I didn't realize we were going to go year after year, but I think it's gotten better and better, and it's thanks to all of you guys. Someone came up to me. I owe the dues for this year $15, so whoever it is, I have $15 for you, so I'll pay up. And then I also wanted, and then yes, if you want to join the Arizona Flywheelers, they meet, I think it's once a month in Cottonwood, and probably anybody back here that has their equipment, their engines, the tractors can tell you how, but they're a great group of people with a real passion for keeping the history alive of a lot of these pieces of equipment that are now over 100 years old. So we'd love to have your support if you're interested. And then my buddy Charlie Fillmore. Charlie, are you around, or is he watching the... Charlie's the one that has been giving all the hay rides. So please give Charlie a big hand for his help. Also want to thank Charlie for setting up the PA system, and pretty much he's been working with me hand in hand all week to get ready for it. So just a big thanks to Charlie and everyone else. Thank you so much, and looking forward to the flag ceremony here in a couple minutes.
We're going to have the colors come forward. We're going to follow that with the national anthem. Veterans, you are authorized to salute out of uniform, covered or uncovered. All others, please place your hand over your heart as the colors advance through the end of the national anthem. This time, after the guard, advance the colors.
Forward, march! Down left, march!
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaked, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Forward, march! Left, and right, march! One, halt! Right, hey!
Today we have with us pretty cool. I met her a number of years ago when we worked on building a home for disabled veterans over in Cottonwood. This lady works tirelessly for veterans, not just here in the North Valley, but throughout Arizona and across the country. Terry Frankel was born in Chicago. She attended Roosevelt High and was awarded a scholarship to the Chicago Music College of Roosevelt University. In the 1960s, Terry and her twin sister Jenny were the early double mint twins. If somebody can remember the double mint gum twins, well, she was one of them. If you want double mint gum, trust me, she has it for you. Her and her sister played several musical instruments, and in 1968, Terry was honored to travel to Vietnam with the USO, the United Service Organization. Now in 1972, when I was in Vietnam, I got to see Tiny Tim, and he sang Tiptoe Through the Tulip, and it wasn't quite what Terry would do for us, but you know, you got what you got. Terry went on to Hollywood, her and her sister, and they performed at the Comedy Store and Improv and became New York Times best-selling authors. Terry is presently a member of the Recording Academy and Producers Guild of America, where she co-founded the PTA Magazine Producers Guild of America Award and served 2 terms on the board of directors. For her hard work and dedication to veterans, Terry received the Vietnam Veterans of America President's Award, as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award from Marquis II. Terry speaks Cantonese and Mandarin. Wow. Has received several awards for her dedication to veterans' causes. Locally, she's on the Verde Valley Military Service Park Committee in Cottonwood. I hope some of you have an opportunity. It's in Garrison Park behind the courthouse over there. It's just an unbelievable park that they put in commemorating veterans. She's a lifetime member of the Sedona Marine Corps League, Semper Fi, and is presently serving as honorary commander of the 944th Medical Squadron of the Air Force Base. Now that squadron is responsible for transferring injured military personnel around the globe. Finally, her ability to play the accordion is world-renowned. And I can say that without question because I got to hear her play that accordion. So please welcome Terry Frank.
Thank you. It is an honor for me to be here today. Thank you for having me. From the Revolutionary War to the wars on terror in Afghanistan and Iraq, and all the wars in between, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, over 800,000 had answered the battle cry of our country and lost their lives. Now multiply that by the families, the children, the friends. Really millions of people have been affected by our wars. The veterans who gave their lives in order to save our freedom. Now, how many veterans do we have here today? Can you raise your hands? Now, when you sign your name on that dotted line and you put on that uniform, you put your lives on the line for us. You automatically became heroes. So thank you for coming forward and standing up for our country, being willing to give your lives for our freedom. I salute you. Now, I began in Chicago when I was 6 years old, and my father took my me to the Melbourne Theater and won a free 6-week accordion lessons from a friend of mine. And my father paid for my sister, and it evolved into 10 years of what I lovingly refer to as child abuse. 10 years of accordion lessons. But when we were 16, it all paid off. My father wrote a letter to William Wrigley Jr., and he said, I have two very talented twins. They sing, they dance, they play accordions. So we auditioned the Arthur Meyerhoff Advertising Company, and we got the job. 2 years later, my father saw an ad in the Chicago Sun-Times. It said, wanted accordionist for a USO show to Vietnam. My father wrote another letter, and he said, I have 2 accordionists. We got the job. So, within 1 month, we auditioned for the USO. We were on a World Airways jet to Saigon. How many of you were on one of those jets to Saigon? We landed, and her hotel was marketed, and our troupe consisted of Joey Bishop from the Rat Pack, and Timmy Hedrick from the Birds, and a singer, a dancer, and us. We took C-130s, Chinook, Huey, helicopters, and jeeps all over Vietnam. Now, what set us apart from the Bob Hope show is we didn't need electricity. So they would drop us off in the movies where the servicemen would be waiting for hours in the hot sun just for a look at some round-eyed women. And they treated us like Marilyn Monroe. Now, my experience in Dubai, all of those experiences left me with a deep and profound appreciation for our men and women in uniform. And over 50 years have passed, and I have never lost that feeling. So whenever possible, I like to give to the armed forces. So I want to say to my father, who was a very proud World War II veteran, thank you. Thank you for the accordion lessons. I realize they were a blessing. And thank you for your service to our country. To my twin sister, Jenny, who is no longer with us, she passed away 10 years ago. I wish you were here to sing harmony with me. And to all of you, I want to thank you for showing up today to show your appreciation for the men and women in uniform now and all of those who passed in service to our country and to the freedoms that we all so enjoy. Thank you. Thank you.
There's nothing better than seeing a round eye when you've been seeing yours for the last 13 months. And a lot of you guys can relate to that. I want to talk today about the purpose of Memorial Day and bring it home. For those of you who know me, you know that I speak straightforward. I don't cut any corners, and I say it just the way it needs to be said. And I'm going to say that today because it needs to be heard. Memorial Day is a day that's set aside to remember those who died in service of their country. Now, Veterans Day is set aside to salute all veterans, past and present, who served their country with distinction. So for those who have always wondered why we had both, there's your difference. Throughout the history of this country, there's been tens of thousands killed in action during hostilities. The War of 1812, the World Wars, the 2 World Wars, Korea and Vietnam, and all the other conflicts and wars that we've had since. The majority of those who died on the battlefield have been enshrined on memorials across our land. in veteran parks in cities and towns, large and small, throughout the country, in cemeteries and even documented in church records. Some of those names have been lost to history when their remains were never recovered or when killed on foreign soil and not identified. Those folks have been forgotten by most, but will always be remembered by a few. We have our own little McQuireville, if you would, wall that Candy put together after a tremendous amount of research. These are folks from their local area. I wish you would take a moment after to just look at the folks that served your country and died in that service. Now, who are these brave warriors called to duty by their country, taking an oath to protect and defend from all enemies, foreign or domestic? They were once simply civilians. We always called them civilians. Those who go about their daily lives oblivious to the high-stakes game of war, real war, a war where you can't recharge your guy and then just continue on in battles fought with joysticks and keyboards. Because war is real, and in real war, people die. Who are these people who gave their all? Where did they grow up? Did they have any brothers or sisters? Who were their friends, their high school sweethearts, and what was their favorite color, their favorite food, their favorite games? These are questions that can only be answered if we remember that there is a name that goes with each and every individual who paid the ultimate sacrifice for each and every one of us. Now, if you believe in the Bible, or even if you don't, there's a saying that epitomizes the type of sacrifice I'm talking about. It says, greater love has no one than this, but to lay down his life for his friend. Today we want to share with you one such friend, local boy of sorts, who answered the call and who paid the price. A young man who lived among us, and had he not given the ultimate sacrifice, might have become the local store owner. Could have been, instead of gyms, something else. Your county supervisor, or maybe the guy who simply helped you out at the gas station. Today, in remembering all who died in service to their country, we want to recognize and pay a special tribute to Captain Richard Hulse, United States Army, who was shot down and killed in Vietnam on March 23rd, 1970, just shy of his 25th birthday. Today, we're joined by Richard's brother, Doug, and Doug's wife, Carol. We so truly thank them for this opportunity to speak about their son, or their brother, I'm sorry. I had the privilege to meet with Doug, and we talked about Richard, his life growing up. Because I wanted to understand, I wanted to know a little more. Richard was born on May 5th, 1945 in Phoenix to Richard and Betty Hulse. In 53, the Hulse family moved from Phoenix to a community called San Rafael, located in southeastern Arizona, where they hold the distinction of being the first residences of this newfound community. San Rafael provided a smelter for the mining operations. In 1957, the Hulse family moved to Flagstaff, where Richard would finish out high school with the class of 1963. Victorian, get that name right. While in high school, it was phenomenal. marching band, the jazz band, and the dancing band. I never heard of that. Okay, that's what they had back then. He played the trombone. He was in choir, the Glee Club, the National Honor Society, the Key Club, and he attended Boys State, which, by the way, is an American Legion sponsored activity that is open to kids ages 12 to 18. Finally, Richard enjoyed skiing, fishing, and hunting. Well, it was during this time that Richard's dad, an avid golfer, would come to Lake Montezuma to play golf at every opportunity, and on many occasions Richard would join him, where he loved playing in the community, and as I understand it, also played around tour golf himself. Now, I was recently told that Richard's dad is the only person to have hit a hole-in-one at the Montezuma Golf Course. Now, somebody check out that piece of tidbit information, that piece of trivia, about that. That's what I hear tell. Upon graduating high school, Richard received appointments to West Point, the Merchant Marine Academy, and the Air Force Academy, the prep school there. See, what all this tells me, folks, is Richard had his act together. He was a smart dude, even as a young teenager. Richard's lifelong dream has always been West Point, and he hoped someday to become a helicopter pilot, but not just in any helicopter. He wanted to be a Cobra pilot, the AH-1, the baddest of the bad helicopters in the U.S. inventory. Richard chose and completed 4 years at West Point, went on to Officers Candidate School, and finally on to flight school, where he began to train and fly. Yes, the Cobra. He made it. Now, Richard's short time on Earth shows us an exceptional individual who pursued and realized his dreams through hard work and perseverance. He was a young man like any of us here who gave of himself to keep us free, and it's through his untimely death that we realize, and therefore must never forget, that freedom isn't free. During Richard's military career, he received the Distinguished Flying Cross with Oak Leaf, the Bronze Star, the Army Commendation Medal, and the Purple Heart. In addition, Captain Hulse received the Air Medal with V for Valor, the National Defense Ribbon, the Vietnam Service Medal, Republic of Vietnam Armed Forces Honor Medal, and the Vietnam Campaign Medal. Now, I say all this to you today to hopefully drive home this fact, that those who fight and die for your freedoms are brothers, their sisters, their neighbors, their friends, so that you might remember that while Memorial Day can be a day to enjoy family and friends, it's more important to recognize and as a reminder that our freedom has been paid for with real blood, so that you can enjoy all you have living in a free society. And so while I invite you today to enjoy the festivities, enjoy the friendship, the fellowship, the tractors, the engines, the stores, and all the goodies they have to offer, as you do that, remember the sacrifices. Remember the brother, the sister, the schoolmate or best friend who's with us no more. Pass along these legacies, the stories, the history for generations to come. Teach them. Teach them. Lest we never forget. Thank you.